Hello everyone. A very good morning to all of you. So we are back with the next session of self-motivation. One thing is for sure, which we all know, that nothing can be done until and unless we don't start it with ourselves. Whether it is motivation, it is leadership, it is getting the work done. Whatever we are doing, for that we can definitely ask others to follow us to do that way. But until and unless we cannot apply that thing on us, we cannot make other person to do that thing. It is all about self motivation, self leadership, self confidence, self control, and then only you can make other person do those things. So today in last session, we have discussed about, we were talking about the techniques. What are the different techniques by which you can motivate yourself? So now if we are talking about motivation, what do you think? What are the techniques which you have discussed and which actually applies on you, which you can apply on yourself and you can motivate yourself, and so you can motivate others also? Because always remember one thing, until and unless you cannot motivate yourself, you cannot motivate others also. So in the techniques, we have discussed about the first and the foremost very important thing, that was responsibility of your life. There is no one who is going to take your responsibility, who is going to take the responsibility of your life. It's only you who have to take the entire responsibility of your life. What you do, what you don't, where you are failing, it's only on you. You cannot blame others for any of your act. Why? Because if you think that, okay, this profession, this career I have chosen because he or she told me, are you pretty sure that if you wouldn't have been interested, you would have gone for that thing? No, definitely not. So it always starts with you. You might have thought, and then you have discussed that with your friends, your colleagues, your mentor, your parents, your teachers, and finally they would have shown you the way to go for that. So it is all about you who decide and do the thing. So do not have that habit of blaming others for not doing something. Then we also have discussed that you have to find your way for yourself. You are the person who has to decide where you want to go. You are the person who have to decide what you want to achieve in your life. No one else is going to decide about that, and no one else can even guide you about that. So you are the right person who is going to find your own way. You have to set goals for yourself, not others. Goals are something which you set. When we are talking about personal goal, it is only you who set those goals for yourself. The next technique we discussed was reevaluate your goals. Once the goals are set, you are working on that. That doesn't mean that you cannot restructure your goal, you cannot reevaluate, you cannot rephrase your goal. Just reevaluate the blueprint of your life. And if you think there are some changes which are required, seeing the situation, seeing the things, go for that. Do not hesitate to bring those changes, to add those changes in your goal. It is okay to add a new goal. It is okay to delete an existing goal because you think that that is not going to give you return, or that is not making you move towards your ultimate goal. Create empowering belief. You have to change your negative thoughts. When we are going for an interview, let's say you think that many people are sitting and you may not crack the interview. The point you think that way, the point you get that feeling in your heart, you're gone. That means you have simply rejected yourself from that post. And just think, if you have rejected yourself, do you think other person is going to show faith in you? Other person is going to select you when you yourself believe that you are not the best candidate, you are not the best suitable person for this job? Do you think other person is going to do? No. So that's why we say that thing starts from you. If you carry negative thoughts, then yes, believe me, people will carry negative thoughts for you. But if you transform your negative thoughts to the positive thoughts motivating you, you will see a lot of changes in yourself. Many times we just fail in our life because we do not believe ourselves. We do not show faith on ourselves, and that is the only reason many times we just fail. So, yeah. Sorry, the next was key to motivate that learn better time management strategies. And in this we have discussed about Pomodoro technique, we have discussed about time management, we have discussed about net estimated time. To start making your strategies, how you are going to manage your time, so that you give equal time to all your work as well as to yourself. Many times you might have come across a situation where just because of poor time management, you couldn't achieve that thing. Let's take the example of the exams. When we are sitting in the exam, the entire paper, but you could not manage your time. You were knowing everything very well. You kept on focusing on the initial question, and as soon as you just saw your watch, you just got to know that it's only 1 hour left, and there were 5 questions, five main questions, and out of that you have just completed 2 in 2 hours. How you're going to finish up 3 in just 1 hour? So that is what, as soon as you get your paper, it is very important that you go through the entire paper, you allocate the time to each and every question. Now here, allocation of time should not take much. That should be done within 5 to 7 minutes, because then you have to start up with your paper. So it was just an example of your exam where we have to manage your time. Same way, there are a lot of places where time plays a very crucial role. Many times what happens, you start working, you are delivering your best, but you couldn't finish off that task within the time frame, and the opportunity just passed by too close from you. Why that happened? Because you couldn't manage your time. Next is create a massive action plan. You should be ready with your action plan. Along with that, make sure you are ready with the steps which you are going to follow. And always, what we suggest, we say always write your goals on the paper, so that you are actually working on that goal. You're serious about your goal. Same way, write on your action plan on your paper, stick it somewhere from where you can see it regularly and you can implement that plan. This action plan is not just to be something which you have made to be hanged on the wall, but it is something which you have made because you really want to implement that thing. So once your action plan is ready, make sure you are implementing that. Next, the next point in techniques we discussed was look at the success of others. It can be one of the way by which you can motivate yourself, by which you can succeed in your life, by which you can make yourself inspired. So always look at the success stories of other persons. This will help you to deliver good and better results. Seeing them, that is going to motivate you. Next is use the power of music. The most soothing, the most uh, energetic way is just to listen to the music and the rhythm that is going to boost your mood, boost your energy. It is something which just make us feel go wow, which just makes us relax. Enjoy that thing, use that power of music. Next is schedule outdoor games. See, when we are working virtually, if I talk about today's current scenario, when we are working virtually, we are already going through lot and lot of sitting at home, indoor stuff. So why not to take the opportunity to go out, to play out, to spend some time with the lovely nature? You know, uh, do not put your entire day with that artificial lights, cramped space. Give yourself some space, go in open area, enjoy there, sit there, talk to each other, spread happiness. That is very, very important. So make sure you are scheduling at least some part of the day you are sparing where you are just going out, you are enjoying yourself, and you are just boosting your energy, replenish your self motivation, and make a perfect, energetic day with those breaks. Next is banish multitasking. See, you are not an expert who can do two tasks together. Just try it once, doing two tasks together, calculate the amount of time you have taken and do one by one, then calculate the the amount of time you have taken. You will see that doing one by one task took you less time compared to the multitasking. In multitasking, you just have one mind. It cannot work on two things altogether. You have two hands. Can we write with the both hands all together? See, yes, you. When I say this, all of a sudden you might have got the name of got the name from Three Idiots movie that he used to do that. The professor used to do that. But see, that is once in one in thousands and lakh of people who could train their mind in that way. I'm just talking about the normal 99% of the people. It is not easy to train your mind to work in two different things altogether. Either you will end up with lot of errors, you will end up with a mess day, you will end up getting no results. It is better you just prioritize the thing, you decide which thing is more important, start with that and go to the next step. So as far as you can just stop multitasking, that never give good returns. Get moving. Always be ready in motion. The more you move, the more energy you will have. So the more you are moving, the more you are going forward, you will see that the more energy you are having. Movement doesn't have to be limited to the gym. Yes, this you have to make sure that the movement you are doing, it is not restricted only till to the gym. It is not restricted only to the gym. I'm moving in the house all time. No. How you are moving? just sitting from your place, going, drinking water, coming back. No, movement should be continuous. Let's say you are going up and down for 3 to 4 times a day. When you are having the meetings, you are walking and attending the meetings. You are just pairing at least 30 minutes of your day where you are going out for a walk, you are doing jogging either in the morning or in the evening, whatever it is. But make sure you are moving, you are keeping yourself healthy, because going out and play, moving, walking, these are the ways by which you can keep your physical health. You can take care of your physical health. Next is the visualize your self motivation. If you have trouble taking up the first step that we mostly have, whenever we want to start something new, we are afraid of starting that thing. We are afraid of doing that thing. So just visualize yourself that, okay, if I start this after 1 year, after 2 years, I'm going to be this. That visualization is going to motivate you. Seeing the end result always gives you motivation. Same way when we are going for the race, if we are feeling demotivated, if we feel no, I cannot do it, just as soon as you just see the reward, you see the trophy, you see the prize, the parents shall see, this is what you are going to get. You tell yourself that I want to get that thing, and all of a sudden you'll see that you are ready to do that. Why? Because you have visualized yourself. Again, it is one of the techniques to motivate yourself, that is visualizing yourself. And the last thing is focus on gratitude. You cannot motivate yourself until and unless you are not away from all those negative thoughts. Make sure you are away from the negative thoughts. You are self-motivating, being positive, keeping yourself positive. And it is very important to motivate yourself. And the only way by which you can motivate is seeing positive thoughts, having positive thoughts, seeing positivity around. Now, today we will be starting with the one more new topic, and that is ways to increase your personal motivation. The first way by which you can increase your personal motivation is invest in fundamental self-knowledge. Investing in yourself, that means you're responsible for your own motivation. You are responsible for your own motivation. There is no one who can motivate yourself, right? You have to decide your own things which are going to motivate you. You have to decide the things which are going to motivate you, which are going to boost your motivation. So you are the best person to set the motivations for you, that what things are going to motivate you. Self-knowledge is the first step for you. First thing is just have self-knowledge. Know yourself. Have self-knowledge about yourself. Know your strength. Know your weakness. Know your motivational source. So you are responsible for your own motivation. Along with that, you can only motivate yourself when you will have the knowledge about yourself. Until and unless you do not know yourself, you cannot set your goals. You cannot motivate yourself. You cannot go the way where you want to go, what you want to achieve. Because you are the right person who is going to decide what you want to do in your life. And there is no other person who can come and who can say that, okay, this is what you are supposed to do. This is what is going to motivate you. Let's say a person just comes and tell you that, okay, Mr. Y, reward is going to motivate you. Now you have to decide whether reward is going to motivate me or not. You cannot decide that until and unless you do not know yourself. So when you will know yourself, you can set the right motivational thing for yourself, which is going to motivate you. understand and learn more about your skills, abilities, and point of improvement. You have to understand, you have to learn more about your skills. You have to you have to understand that what skills, what abilities you have, and which are the things in which you need improvement. You have to identify those things, and for identifying, you have to do this self analysis as in what you want to achieve. There are a lot of questions. It's not just what you want. You should have the related answers, like what do you want, can you achieve that thing, why do you want that thing. So everything need to get an answer. Once you have that answer, then you can decide that, okay, for achieving, finally I want this from my life. So for this, I just want these particular skills to be developed, these abilities to be developed, and these are the areas in which I have to improve so that I can achieve what I want to get from your life. So here, the main purpose, the main thing which you have to keep in mind is you have to understand about your skills, you have to know your skills, and then you have to find the areas in which you have to improve your skills, and that is the only way by which you can invest in your self knowledge. Self knowledge will knock the how and why behind motivation. So that's what I said. You cannot just come up and say this thing is going to motivate me. You have to answer few questions. Why this thing is going to motivate you? How this thing is going to motivate you? Why you want to achieve this in your life? So basically, self-knowledge is something which will help you to understand the how and why of the things which are going to motivate you. Second is being personal planning. Begin personal planning, personal development plan. You have to be ready with your own plan, that what plan you have for your life. Like if I ask you, what do you want from your life? What plan is there for your life? So many times people will say we do not have any plan for our life. Why? Why you do not have your plan for your life? Everyone should have a plan for their life. Now, how to set your personal development plan? You know, this things comes in our mind that how we are going to set a personal development plan. So there are basically few steps which you just have to keep in mind, and you have to work on that. Let's say the first thing is set your goals. To have your personal development plan, the first thing which you have to do is set yourself the goals. You have to set the goals for yourself. Prioritize the goal, give priority to those goals. Say that yes, these are the goals which I want to achieve, and these are on topmost priority. Third is set yourself deadline for when you want to achieve them. You have to set a deadline. See, just setting the plans, prioritizing plan, you won't be able to achieve until and unless you do not set the right deadlines for your plan. Have the plans with the specific time frame, with the deadline, so that you become more serious and you start working towards achieving them. Recognize the threats and opportunity. Now, when you have set the plan, you have to recognize what are the threats, what are the opportunities which are there for you. Right. So recognize those threats, recognize those opportunities, develop your skills and increase your knowledge. As for those opportunities and threats, develop your plan, develop your skills and increase your knowledge. You have to increase your knowledge that yes, for this I need this specific type of skills, a specific type of knowledge. So start working on that, start getting that before you actually start working on your PDP, that is personal development plan. Use your networks, use your mentors, use your friends' knowledge, use the people around you who can support you. So have a supportive network around you, and don't forget to use your supportive network. If you need any kind of help, if you need any kind of guidance, it is good to use those supportive networks and measure your progress. The last thing which you have to do is you need to regularly measure your progress. Measuring the progress is very important to know whether you were able to achieve the goal or not. Whether it is a very big goal, whether it is a small goal, after you achieve some progress, take some time to reflect on how far you have come, and that is how you have to set your PDP, personal development plan, and work on that. So basically, this PDP is nothing but, but just setting your goals, implementing the goals, finding the areas where you need to work, and last, evaluating the things. So basically, there are 7 steps on which you have to work when you're talking about the personal development plan. So here it says, it is the key to professional achievement and success. Yes, PDP are the key by which you can professionally achieve and be successful in your life. To be successful, everyone should have a proper planning about their life, that what exactly they want from your life, what they want to achieve in your life, what they want to get from their life. So to have that thing, it is very important that you know everything about you, you set your right plans and start working on that. Once you start working on that, then only you can move towards your achievement and success. Now here, achievement and success, the PDP plan are not just for the professional life, just for the career, they are also for your personal life also. It is the key to professional achievement and success. You maintain the balance between personal and personal life. So you have to make sure that you are creating a proper balance between personal and professional life. Work-life balance is again very important for these personal development plans. So if you do not have time for yourself, how you're going to evaluate, how you're going to get out some time to think about your goals, for thinking, for planning, for implementing, for evaluating. Everything needs time. So make sure you create a balance where you're giving equal time to your personal life as well as to your professional life. Because see, professional life is something, even if you miss out something, that will bounce back to you, that you have to do maybe today or tomorrow. But personal life is something, if things just slip out of your hand, once they are gone, they're gone forever. So you just maintain the balance between personal and professional life. You'll know where to start and where you want to go. So the main thing is you have to know that from where you are starting and where you are going, where you want to go in your life, what you want to achieve in your life. Once you will know that, then you can set the right PDP plan for you. Next thing is get activated. It can improve you. Get activated, just going out, relaxing, jogging, having fun, meditation, yoga, all these things are the things which makes you active. An active person is no doubt very productive and efficient. His mind is free. He thinks in a very different way. He comes up with some creativity which boosts him, which boosts his mind, which boosts his energy. So it can improve you without exercise. It's not just your fitness, but your other goals suffer as well. So if you are not putting exercise, if you're not doing exercise, it is not only affecting your fitness, but it is affecting your mental health, emotional health, which will ultimately result in affecting your goals, which are going to suffer. So without exercise, it's not just your fitness, but your entire goal, your entire life suffers. Just think, if you are not fit right now, you are not giving proper time to your exercise, you're not doing any kind of exercise, you're just busy with work, work, work. Do you think your mind will be in a stage to think something creative, to come up with something creative? No. Your mind cannot do that. So it is important to keep yourself active. Being active will help you to think creative, to think different in your life. So make sure you work, you exercise daily, you put some time for your health, for your physical health, and to make yourself active. That releases a positive energy around you. This activities, this activeness, this exercise, spending time with each other, being social, all these things releases positive environment around you, releases the positive energy, and which will help you to boost yourself, to make yourself enthusiastic. Your work after exercise set you up for productivity. So whatever work you are doing, that work after your exercise will help you to be productive. That's what I said, that it is not only required for your physical health, but it is also required to boost your energy to be more productive, because a relaxed mind, a positive mind, a free mind will always deliver the best. A person who is emotionally hurt, who is not physically fit, who is not active, who is very dull, he won't be able to deliver the best results. So for delivering that, it is important that you are being physically fit and you are being productive also. It is one of the best way to motivate yourself. So the best way to motivate yourself is get yourself some time where you are just spending your time with yourself, with the nature, and with the fun. No worries, no tension, no office, nothing should be there in your mind. So get active. Next is have self-confidence. It is a key to motivation. Fear is taking risk, making mistakes, and being ridiculed are all things that prevent us from achieving. Fear of risk, making mistake, being ridiculed, afraid, losing confidence, demotivated. All these things are the reasons which prevents you from achieving something in your life. As soon as you put your first step towards success, you just get down 2 more steps because you're afraid. You are afraid of doing the mistake. You're afraid of the fear. So fear of taking risks, making mistakes, and being ridiculed are the things which prevent you from achieving the goals in your life. So make sure the key to success is motivation, is self-confidence. So self-confidence is the ladder to success, and you have to make yourself confident enough. You have to build that self-confidence in yourself so that you can move towards the success. You can keep on moving in the forward direction till the time you doesn't reach your goal. Know where your strength and weakness lies and work to use these to your advantages. When you will evaluate, see here, first point we discussed was self-evaluation. Find out your own success, your own weakness. So now when you will know your own success and weakness, that will help you to use that strength as an advantage for you to make you moving ahead in your goal, to make you moving close to your goal. And that is the power of knowing your strength, of self-evaluation. A person who evaluates himself, a person who knows himself, is the person who can deliver the best result, is the person who can use his strength and weakness as an advantage for him rather than just stepping back and just sitting, saying that I cannot do it. A self-confident person takes the evaluated risk and he is not afraid of failure. Even if he is going to fail, he is going to find some ways to get up again, to start moving again, and to reach towards the success. And that is the power of self-confidence. So here it is very important for you to be self-motivated, along with that to be self-confident, because self-motivation and self-confidence is the only ladder by which you can reach your goal, you can achieve success in your life. So with this, we are done with today's session. We have few more points. There are 6 more points which we are going to discuss in the next session of self-leadership. That is ways to increase your personal motivation. So there are many more ways which we will be discussing in the next session. But till here, if you have any doubt, you can just ask. Okay, so if there are no doubts, so we are done with the session. We'll have the next session in 10 minutes, and the next session scheduled for the day is employee motivation.